we're going to start with a spicier joke than usual today. Why did Jeff Bezos get divorced?
Why?
He realized his marriage was a union. Hi, I'm Kovar. With me today, as usual when I play Final Fantasy XIV, is Mix.
Howdy.
And let's sign in. Yeah, I know. I always forget that I can technically sign in shortly before the stream actually starts, and then we don't have to wait for this part. But I don't want to sign in and then idle while I wait, you know? I don't like the idea of idling in an MMO with limited server capacity.
You don't really have to worry about bumping up against server capacity unless like new content has just dropped.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I can avoid the queue just by logging in about a minute earlier. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Okay. Now, I've lost entirely too much of my time to this place. I need to go home and go back to the plot. Report to the side. Okay, how do I get out of here? I think I'm gonna go down here. There's the entrance. Somewhere in the blue area. So let's make our way that way.
Don't you have like a teleport ticket or something in your inventory?
I might. I have a whole bunch of Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets. Is that where I need to go?
Yeah.
Well, then let's use that. Oh, I've got the wrong view. There we go, that's better. So you want to be a jockey? Oops. No, I'm doing Lord of the Inferno is what I'm doing. Report to this. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. The Waking Sands. I've been here a number of times. Let's see if I remember the voice that I did for the gal inside. I think I gave her a really bad British accent. Oh. See, that's why I zoom in.
Kind of bland and vaguely British is what you want to shoot for.
Yeah. Wait, that's not who. Is it? I thought she was inside.
No, that's someone else.
Oh, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. I should be doing a piratey voice. She's dressed piratey. Oh, now I'm in. My late old rival nearly cost Kovar his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... It's me! Here I am! Hi! Kovar, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Uldar. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether. Crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether.
However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.
Even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Kovar. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself.
Step, step, step. Very slow steps. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he's tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but to worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Kovar. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time! Bye, Thancred! Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Uswa would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Maybe it should have pronounced it Louis Soix.
Louis was correct.
I know. I know a tiny bit of French. Let's get another quest. Newfound fame. Oh no. I'm a friggin' celebrity now. Cool.
Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of the envoy. Thereafter you travelled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Thancred that the Scions would benefit from your aid. and no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Kovar. Or rather, you have guests.
Beg pardons!
Oh, these three. I think I've seen them before, haven't I? That tall guy looks familiar.
Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks.
As you see, Kovar, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eosia. Each organization will have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Kovar's deeds spreads so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Eep!
Your reputation precedes you, Master Lockhart, that 'tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood.
It kind of looks a little bit like Neil Patrick Harris.
A little bit.
What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Lockhart. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amalja and their dread primal, yours was already a respected name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you well. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together, let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory!
I have to choose one, don't I?
Yes. Basically, the one thing that this is going to determine is which city you spend the most time in.
Lady Minfilia!
Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, perhaps a brief summary of the situation will help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eosia: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with the various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors.
Can swap freely between all 3 once a week. Oh, wow.
If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers?
A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Kovar hear our leaders speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer.
They all have 3 different salutes. I like that. It's good world building right there.
Anyway, I'm torn between these two. Not him. Him because he looks like Neil Patrick Harris, and him because he's from Ul'dah, and I already know my way around Ul'dah.
I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Kovar, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man against many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Company seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location.
She talks way too much.
Eorzea is changing, Kovar, and you have the power to help shape it anew.
War has changed.
None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place.
Regarding the amount of talking Minfilia does, ARR, which is what you're playing through right now, is definitely the most unnecessarily dialogue heavy out of all of the expansions. You'll find that the dialogue is more useful and meaningful in the future.
Well, that's good to know. Okay, so I need to talk to Tuturu. Whatever her name is. Not Tuturu.
Tataru.
Tataru. Mayushi desu! Wait, I thought she was in there. Is she out here? Neither of you is her! Tataru. Wait. Am I stupid? Is she in here?
I believe Tataru is upstairs.
Upstairs!
So you'll have to take the exit.
That'll do it. Yeah, she's definitely not in here. Man, now I want to watch Steins Gate. I don't watch very much anime these days. I got kind of sick of checking out animes that seemed cool, but then when I looked at them, it turned out that, oops, it's actually just a harem anime. There's a lot of those.
I've been watching FMA Brotherhood. That one's good.
I've heard it's very good. Hello, Tataru. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Kovar. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and the Elder Seed Seer, Kanesena, will deliver her address at Miketo's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Rauban Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsalominsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merlwib Bloifiswin will be giving her address. Is that supposed to be Welsh?
Yes.
The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then! I hope you find the Remembrance Services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell! That's the game's way of saying, here's the correct order, but if you do it in the wrong order, the game will just do whatever you do.
Yep.
So we're going to Gridania first. Return. Where's teleport? I thought I had a teleport one. There it is. New Gridania. Solo leveling. Is that an anime? It's not one I've heard of, but like I said, I haven't been following anime lately. To say I haven't been following anime since like 2019. Where am I? Where do I need to go? This music is cool. In Gridania, they have the rock music. People flock there day and night. They go there to dance to the beat. Gridania is the place to be. Rock and roll Gridania. Rock and roll Gridania. Rock and roll Gridania. Rock and roll Gridania. Nobody gets that reference.
Is that Rock and Roll McDonald's?
It is. By the
Yes,
irreplaceable Wesley Willis. One of my favorite musicians of all time. Not ironically, I unironically love his music. It's kind of garbage, but delightful. It's got heart and authenticity to it. And then he sings songs about whooping Spider-Man's ass. Good stuff. Rock over London. Rock on Chicago. Apple, think different. Okay, fine, I'll go in through the gate. Destination. Waiting. I bet.
Lost my son to the
Oh,
calamity.
we got dialogue.
The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
The dude's waving his arms like a Sonic 06 character.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest.
The audio engineer needs to be fired. This is too much of a V-curve, which is not appropriate for voice acting. It's fine for streaming, podcasting, whatever, but wrong for voice acting.
To the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago.
Those highs are especially crispy.
The Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races.
I miss when it was rock and roll Gridania. I liked that better than this.
So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer.
Oops.
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
It looks like the Doctor logo symbol thing. I forget what it's called.
The Caduceus?
I don't know. That might be what I'm thinking of. Oh, no.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced.
The voice actors
a
get
life of
replaced.
peace.
Yeah, I was actually complaining about the
Our
audio
neighbors
engineering
have
this
not
time, the
always
mixing,
sought
not the
same
acting.
for themselves. nor for
Usually
us.
it's the acting. And this acting isn't great, don't get me wrong, but I've just kind of gotten used to that.
Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood.
I will
There's
say,
kind of
it is a little frustrating to play a commercially released game that people pay money for, and the voice acting, most of it is worse than what I can do, as someone who's entirely an amateur.
there's kind of a back and forth about whether Connie Senna or Minfilia is the worst voice in ARR.
They're both pretty bad, in exactly the same way.
When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat.
I wonder if that lip sync actually syncs properly in Japanese. I would imagine not. It definitely doesn't in English.
"5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Carteneau. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice."
What about the Order of the Black Adder? Where's Baldric?
Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity.
Calamity Jane? Nope. I wish. That'd be more interesting than this
The
story.
scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive.
Actually, this story would be more interesting than this story if she told it better. This is just like... It's all so vague.
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the highroads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
So I'm noticing that she got... her speech was interrupted by like 8 people at once just for crowd murmur. That's one of those things that drives me crazy in any sort of like scripted fiction, TV, movies, games, whatever. When like everyone all starts chattering at once when they were perfectly silent before that. That's not realistic. This stuff builds gradually. As I witnessed at Shakespeare in the Parks last week, when more and more people kept talking over the damn
How
show.
do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
That's a stupid question. You pour some salt in the ground in the shape of a heart. They'll understand it.
Was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives...
So the Calamity's the original ending to Final Fantasy XIV,
raising
right?
Steel fortresses
Yes.
here in the Twelveswood.
The game was so bad they needed a Calamity to ruin the whole world.
Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania.
She's talking about being united, but I don't see any sports. They need more sports. Where's the blitzball?
We are gathered here to honor
Sports is one of the most uniting things against a common enemy, in this case, the Garleans.
Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard.
Well, we don't have
And
Blitzball,
together,
but we have
let us heal the forest's wounds, that our
Triple
progeny
Triad.
might live in harmony
that's
beneath
something.
these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must
This
think
is
of
the most
Goods will be done.
empty, shallow speech I've ever heard in my life.
well, there's good and bad news.
The good news is that it's over. The bad news is that there's 2 more of them and they're just as bad.
They're not as bad, but yeah, they're it.
She tried her best.
If you'll permit me, Alfie, no.
She had a concept behind her speech. We got to unite these people under one banner. But boy, was that whole speech so vague and nothingy.
And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
Yeah, you can see by the sign on my shirt that says Traveler on it.
You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
You sound like Chadley,
Recognize
and you
them?
look like Chadley, and I hate you. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with 2 beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. She's not looking at me! She's just looking in the corner. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider an open conflict a last resort. Though they
Who did
clash
you
with
say
the
he sounds
Ixal.
like?
He doesn't actually sound that much like him, but he looks like Chadley from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I mean, you
they-
probably do know his voice.
Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. Why, is it Roger Craig Smith or something?
No, it's Sam Riegel.
Sam Riegel. Expand on that.
Well, he's been in an awful lot of things, but I know if nothing else, you would know him from Yu-Gi-Oh! He was Tristan.
Tristan? This character sounds nothing like Tristan! Wait, that was the replacement. Was he the original Tristan or the replacement? Because the original is fucking terrible. And the
I
replacement was
Don't know.
a more regular kind of voice. Kind of the same sort of voice as Seto Kaiba, just by a different actor.
Probably the competent one.
The Twelves Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity. I forgot what voice I was doing for him now. Leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack, the people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need the all the help it can muster. Hold on. I think Sam Riegel was the first one. The shitty one. Play button.
That's right. I'm your guest.
Yeah, he was the crappy one.
Oh, goody.
That's right.
Oh. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? This guy seems super pretentious, by the way. I don't like him. And he looks like Chadley, which is definitely a point against him.
A lot of people find Alphinaud pretentious.
Hey, I got some good news. Eventually I'm going to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And Chadley is even bigger, a far bigger role in Rebirth than in Remake. Okay, next we gotta go to Ul'dah. I'm still leaning toward Limsa Lominsa. I've ruled out Gridania. Oh, I gotta teleport there. Luckily, I gotta pay for it every freaking time. Wait. There we go. Lower Decks. I've heard I gotta watch Lower Decks. People speak very highly of that show. Okay. I am here. I need to go this way. Sprint! Or if you prefer T-Mobile, they bought Sprint.
I prefer US Mobile.
Well, that's fair.
Here to attend the remembrance, servants. Be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
State Room! I'm a Mint Mobile guy myself, but you know, T-Mobile owns Mint Mobile.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Oh, they're supposed to be Scottish. But not consistently. Let's see. What do we get from this one? Speak, friend, and enter.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
She sounds like Lady Tremaine.
"700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond."
She sounds a lot like Lady Tremaine.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
Shut up, dude!
The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
I didn't do a good job imitating his voice because I wasn't pissing myself nearly as much off.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau.
That's Hilthier, not Hellfire? Okay, sure.
That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
She got them dead Mass Effect eyes. Which Mass Effect game was it where everyone had dead eyes?
Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom.
Yeah, that's a good thing, dude!
Probably Andromeda.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one everyone complained about. Everyone complained about the ending to Mass Effect 3, but for the most part, other than the ending, people seemed to like that game.
Beast tribes have.
Andromeda everyone hated, that I recall. Or at least they talked like they did.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the
My headcanon is that the calamity is actually Calamity Ganon.
But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again?
We shall. This is a much better speech.
There are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano.
It's not a great speech. It's okay. So it's leagues better than the last one.
The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Sahagin, huh? Would not have thought to put the emphasis there, but I learned something.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes.
It's not just the text of the speech, it's the delivery. She's got oomph. She's got energy to this speech. The last one didn't.
How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us.
And the fact that the whole thing is nautical themed helps.
One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest.
Okay, but where's the rum?
Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men.
But this game wasn't even made in Unity.
To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
I like this voice actress quite a bit.
Gather the lads!
She's easily my favorite in ARR.
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Like I said, she reminds me of Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. If you were to tell me it was the actress who played... Was Lady Tremaine in Kingdom Hearts? Maybe Birth by Sleep? If you were to tell me it was the current actress who gets to play that role, I would totally believe it. I still do not like this guy. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress in the Lominsans' backyard.
And that is to say not of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominzans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That's the whole thing, ARS8. They're not just FF7 summons, they're Final Fantasy summons in the entire series. The whole Final Fantasy series, the summons have always been kind of treated as, like, almost gods. And 7 actually, well, not the whole series. The whole series since summons were introduced. 7 has kind of the weakest presence of summons of any of the games with summons. You want to see a game where summons are freaking important, look at Final Fantasy 16. Just from the demo, I figured out that summons are like the whole plot of the story. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Well, Final Fantasy carries a lot from game to game, like Cid and Chocobos. But Final Fantasy XIV in particular, from what I can tell, seems to just be like reference Palooza.
Oh, it really is. You will continue to see references to previous games throughout this one.
You know, the bad guys that everyone keeps talking about, the, what are they called? Galleons? No.
Garleans?
Garleans are, yeah, that's right, are inspired by Garland, who's the main villain of Final Fantasy I, who's also the first boss that you defeat. And then he becomes the main boss because time travel. Okay, Thanalan! Teleport. Oh, I can actually return home to Ul'dah and save the money. Unless I did something stupid and set my home somewhere else. That was the wrong button. It's my current home point. Ul'dah, Steps of Nald. Yes! Might be a slightly longer walk, but I've still saved myself a paid teleport. And I'm a cheapskate! Okay, Ul'dah Aetheryte Plaza. Let's, I don't, see it. Am I stupid? No, it is here. Aha, found it. Here, wait a minute. It's in the Pugilist Guild? No. Maybe? No. Okay. You can see why I got confused, right?
Yeah.
It's right there on the map. I gotta go over there and then go on one of those arrow doors. That shouldn't be too hard.
You can also use the Aetheryte shards to teleport around the city.
The problem is that gives me text, and I will read that text and not know which one I need to go to. Oh, it's at the Royal Promenade. It says so. You know, oh, lift attendant. There we go. Hustings Strip. I believe this is correct. Wait, here we go. Yeah, I'm like 99% sure this is where I needed to go, and I could have gotten here too if it weren't for those meddling kids. Okay! Yep, this is it. This is it.
One more speech! One more speech!
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimal herself!
And Roban as well.
As of right now, I'm leaning toward Gridania. That was a good speech.
You souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
I thought you hated the Gridania speech.
Or not the Gridania speech, the Limsa Liminsa one, sorry. This guy's voice isn't deep enough. It should be deeper.
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold.
See, this is what we call bad casting. The actor is doing as well as he can here. His voice is just not the right voice for this body. And someone should have caught that in the casting process.
Where by the grace and glory of Naldar have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
There, at the Flame General's back.
Him again!
Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
He's being less irritating this time. I will give him that.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has in Eorzea's darkest hour. On the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
I don't like 7th written out like that. If you want to make it clear that it's 7th, you gotta make the TH in superscript.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Never mind, he's being irritating again.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests.
Does he become less of one later on, Grumpy Rat?
If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory.
Oh, that's good.
Alas, they are not.
Because right now he's got the most punchable voice in the game.
And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead.
Is it though? I don't agree with that.
Around you, what do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled.
A people divided, a realm reborn even.
Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous?
I'm still leaning toward Limsa Liminsa. Just on the quality of the speech.
Our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save. You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us.
Props where it do though, that shoulder piece looks heavy as hell.
Wait beside our roads,
and he's wearing it like it's nothing.
Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act.
You could.
Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall.
That's 3 consecutive speeches all about unity, but really all about unity within their own borders and not working together. These guys are all idiots. That's my conclusion.
Victory.
They need allies.
Walk hand in hand.
Don't just unify your own people. Unify with the other peoples who have a common enemy.
Look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
You don't hear that motor revving, do you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, someone outside is making a lot of noise.
Ja, for Ulda!
Together we are one.
That's 3 separate speeches about unity from 3 separate leaders who are not planning on uniting together against their common enemy. This is the epitome of missing the point. Okay, actually, no, yeah. Era Sate hearing the thing, who is here in person in the same house as me, that might a little bit more be missing the point.
Raoban?
But we've got 3 separate speeches about unity, and these groups are not unifying. Like, what?
17th in the line of all address you.
You thought his other arm was strong.
Wow. Maybe he's a dad. Dads have to do this. Well, not like that, they don't.
Coins and carrots are gravely deceived.
He's not her dad.
The true wealth of Ulda lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people.
This is just the first thing I had convenient to hold up on my arm.
Raise aloft the torch of Ulda, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and
That was a stupid idea.
Ride fearless into the inferno, for we are by fire reborn!
No, I'm going with the second one on quality of speech alone. I like
I
boats.
really like those nautical themes.
Forsooth!
Listen, not many, but multiple of my best memories are on boats. I like boats a lot. The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they dealt with Ifrits thus far, smothering its flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ulda has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldan send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope that the Flame General's words struck a chord with you. Listen, I'm going to Seafaring, folks. The dude who came to look for me kind of reminds me of Neil Patrick Harris. Their leader speaks well. Tovar, this is Minfilia. I hope you are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago you say, what a coincidence. It's not a coincidence, the game was scripted that way. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back! Okay. We're gonna go back again. It's a good thing I got so many of these tickets. Fast Travel, the video game. I feel like today's stream title was on point a little bit. We've done just a lot of going back and forth. Again, not that I'm complaining, though I would very much like to have gameplay today. Combat of some sort.
pacing in ARR is also a lot slower than the later expansions.
I've gotten that impression. Didn't they like cut out, like abridge a whole bunch of ARR to make it more in line with the pacing of the others, and it's still the slowest one?
Yeah.
I remember reading about that. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Welcome back, Kovar. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Kovar. Luckily, I'm just the player character in an MMO. There's millions more of me. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
So you're gonna go with the Storm?
Yeah, I am. Going with the medium dude, not the tallest, not the shortest.
Well, Storm was the one in red.
Gods only know what Grand Company our adventurer friend will keep.
I know!
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Oh, no, her acting is also crap.
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
Yes, I agree with that.
As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies.
They're brother and sister, they should have the same accent.
Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them.
This is a bad take. These were forward-looking speeches about what we need to do now. This isn't celebratory speeches about the heroes of light. This is we gotta unite. We gotta fight an enemy.
Inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the
You're right, that was
Scions of
needless to
Dawn,
say. You didn't need to say
with
it.
a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Then why are you bitching about us not bringing up the right people from the past? Your point makes no sense, dude.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Was this dialogue AI generated? This doesn't make any sense at all.
This world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
How can you see eye to eye if your own opinion is inconsistent internally?
We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds,
Never heard anyone pronounce the L in that word.
but prevent old ones from opening anew.
That whole conversation was really weirdly antagonistic.
I don't know what they were arguing about. He's complaining that none of the speeches mention the four heroes, and then he says that the past doesn't matter and we need to look forward. And then she complains that they're writing history, which is what he was complaining about to begin with, but somehow they're disagreeing. I don't know. I do not know what their stances are because I don't think they know what their stances are. Serpent, I'm picking you.
I thought you wanted the Storm Officer.
Wait, Twin Adder. Wait, no, which one was the Twin Adder?
Twin Adder's Gridania.
Shit. I liked him the best of these three. But you're right, the Storm Officer went with the place I liked the best. The Maelstrom, the Admiral. Yeah. Admiral, that's a very seafaring word. I'm joining the Maelstrom!
That's the spirit, lad. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now the choice is made, it is time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Limsa and seek out our Grand Company's headquarters.
I know I wanted Limsa, I just forgot who went with which. I'm surprised I ended up going with this guy, because of these three people, he was my least favorite.
Maelstrom Command is located on the upper decks. Oh, oops. The duties of a Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure.
He also speaks boat.
So do you not like Rogadins?
Their dialogue and also the voices I gave them, I liked his the best, his second best, and his the worst. So here's what happens. I come up with a voice based on how they're built and nothing else because I haven't heard a voice. And then I judge them based on what I assigned to them. It's horribly unfair.
I see.
But the other dude looked like Neil Patrick Harris. But also part of it is that I was kind of going for the dudes who had similar builds to me. Because I was thinking, like, the big bulky guy, I don't know, that feels more tank. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who are like me. Not in a racist way. I'm not talking race. I'm talking class, character class. DPS.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Now we're going to... No, not Ulda. We're going to Limsa, and it looks like I don't want to set my my home point there. Seems like the right choice for now. Set home point. Speak to the personnel officer at Maelstrom Command. I need to go to the upper decks, it looks like. Let me see if I can view it from OBS. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. I can kind of see it. It's something green and light blue. Also, hello, Augustin. How you doing? Tell you what, I'm going to open this in Firefox instead of Zen. Zen's my normal browser, but I use Firefox for streams. Okay, that's a pretty cool picture. I like that. Womp. That's... Actually, I could probably open it in a new tab. Wow. 46 subscribers already, man. You moving fast, dude. Okay, back to the game. We're going to Limsa Upper Decks. Which is... Oh. There, I'm looking for the stairs. Okay. Let's see if there's a, crystal up there. Shard. I don't think I've attuned to this one. I have not. I've not done a good job attuning to the shards in Limsa, which is especially unfortunate because, okay, there, I'm going down there. Because this place is hard to navigate. I almost didn't choose Limsa just because I don't want to have to get around in this place. But I chose it, now I'm stuck with it. Okay, we're gonna go all the way across. There's another aetheryte shard here at the bottom here, at the south side. Right there. Oh, I'm already attuned to this one. I could have come straight here. Upper decks. Oh well. We're gonna go across. And Storm Personnel Officer. Hail, adventurer! What business have you at Maelstrom Command? Hello. My name is Kovar Lockhart. I believe you are expecting me. Prepare to die. Kovar Lockhart, I, our recruitment officer, sent word of your coming. It shall be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir! What is it, Private? This had better be important. Sir, we've received a report from a lookout in Lower Lanoskia, sir. Imperial forces have fired upon a Highwind Skyways airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and it appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it! We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Lockhart, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Lanoskia is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Garleans do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. Got it. Welcome back, Mix.
Thank you.
Head to Cedarwood. I am currently not on this map. Maybe Aleport. Wait. Let's go here. It's not all the way where I need to go, but... Oh crap, I'm stupid. Aleport is farther. This one is attuned. Well, there goes 200 gil. Good use of it. And I could have pressed home to go there because I set that as my home point. So we're gonna go west, young Meowth. And we're gonna not waste any more money on unnecessary teleports. Okay. This will be the first time I've really ventured out of here. I'm excited. Zephyr Gate. But is there a shard for me to attune to? No. I think I need to go south. Let's see. Yeah, south looks like the way to go. Finally, some combat. Well, technically some combat. What about Hestu here? Are you going to put up an interesting fight? Probably not, but... The answer is actually definitely not. All the way no. That's a shame. Okay, this looks like where I need to go. Gate is open. Good, good, good. Lithagran checkpoint. Now here I am. I need to go. Oh, I'm really close to where I need to go, actually. There's a dungeon down there, too, but that's not what I'm doing right now. Is there a, Oh, there's a crystal way down there. Which I might get, but, I might not.
It might be worth waiting until you get a mount to get some of the more out-of-the-way ones.
It's also, though, the kind of the closest here. Airship crewman. Synced down to 24 from 36. I'm way over leveled now. You get voice acting for this? I'm getting, We Are Number One vibes from that twig snap.
An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first.
We got a tree. Pretty big tree, too.
Maelstrom Command sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform.
That's a good point.
Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Lockhart. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials.
I don't have a deep enough voice for these guys.
It's a shame. I wish I did. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery?
The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eosian savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineers. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes.
Scouting party from Castrum Occidens, I'd say. Seems they want your ship engineer. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. All right, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting that ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell.
Tiny Bronco, Anna Biggs, and Wedge.
What say you, Lockhart? Ready to give those curs a hiding? Like a tidal wave, lads, charge!
An ambush! To arms! It's not an ambush, you morons. You were here before me. It's not what an ambush is. Okay, come on. This guy's taking a lot more hits. He must be the main one. He is level 22. That's the highest level of this group. Nope, don't stand in the rectangle. Guess you're next. You got highlighted when I pressed tab. Actually, let's get the little guys first. The big guy will be easier if I'm only dealing with him. There we go. This is the main one. Hey! Get back here! I did not give you permission to run away. I think I may have accidentally drawn his aggro. Not my job. Biggs! Oh, Biggs. That's Wedge.
Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship.
That was a close one!
Too damn close. So how's she look anyway?
The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne.
A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Lockhart, you're free to return to Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command of the part you played today. I, just wanted to say sorry. You know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if it hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge!
Thank you, we're very grateful. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to return because I moved to Limsa and I got to go back to Maelstrom Command. Limsa, lower decks.
Without spoiling anything, you're getting very close to a point in the quest chain that I think you're really going to appreciate.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Let's see. Where was the closest to Maelstrom Command? Here. Don't see it. I think it was somewhere on the upper decks. There it is. There we go. Let's turn in our... I was wrong. It doesn't just show the name. It also shows a frickin' map, which is really helpful. Let's turn in this quest and then not start the next one for tonight. Welcome back, Lockhart. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of. After you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction... And with that, I'm going to call it for the evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all, each and every one of you. I will be back on Wednesday Playing more Halo. Gonna play the Silent Cartographer and Minecraft on Saturday. I love you all. You guys rock. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.